Does she think I'm just some touchy-feely lunatic, or she thought maybe I had other motives, or she thought maybe I was giving her my phone number or something like that, and I was just too scared to turn around. I didn't even want to look. And it's much easier that way because in my head she smiled and got better, right? I have no idea what happened.
It's an absolute rush.
If I just could have asked Dad, he would go, yeah, darling, you can do that. I feel as if I'm very much like my dad. I always sit down with my nan and things I do, she'll go, God, that reminds me so much of your father. It's warming to know that though he's not right.
I grew up in the Philippines, so by age 8, I was in grade 2, I think, I started learning piano. Moving to Australia at the age of 12, where I was just forming my social identity, my self-identity, and music was something that I turned to. It's something that centers me. Music is something.
We've fostered, in the 6 years that we've been doing it, around approximately 300 dogs and pups. The dogs that we get into care come from Australian working dogs.
I find myself, I don't see things as problems, I see them as challenges, and it excites me to come across a new challenge, I guess.
You know, I don't think you'd live on the land without hope. How could you? You're hoping that it'll rain. You hope that you'll get a decent season. You hope that the cattle will all have calves. You hope that the dingoes won't eat the calves. You hope that you can find the dingoes before they find the calves. You hope that...
I don't think there's too many people around that like the idea of sticking their hands in other people's shoes.
Really special shoes. They're a pair of blue suede shoes and they're heels and they're amazing. They're absolutely magnificent. But I can't be in them for more than 5 minutes, so they're sitting shoes. And I have a pair of red shoes that are Dorothy shoes.
You have to change it halfway through, so a record is like a play in 2 acts. And I guess people of our era are just used to that. And I think letting it go was probably just too much. My name's Michael Schmidt.
I wore a grass skirt and a scarf around the top, and somebody must have told the nuns, because next day I got 6 cuts. My other friend and I, we got 6 cuts because we shouldn't have been doing that, being young Catholic girls up there, but it was only the Hulu thing.
I do have a special camera in front of me, and this was made in Switzerland. This particular camera is a 16mm camera, and I rather love it. They started making this particular model in '36.
Rods of glass, which I put together to make fish and prawn and crabs.
I guess it's the challenge of beating the machine. There is no, you can't really beat it because you get a high score and then you can always get a higher score again. There's a number of modes and missions in all the different pinball machines, so trying to work out what each of those are is a challenge in itself.
He'd be looking out the window for a iguana, and if a iguana went past, he's off, you know, and I'd see him an hour later or something. We'd get up about 4 o'clock in the morning, the kids would get up and we'd start doing school. And
well, soccer is, I believe, the best sports game.
Lizzie shot Dolly and her thumb was hit. When the cops found them, Lizzie was trying to hide the gun and her friend Thelma was passed out drunk on Herod Street.
Object I acquired in 2003. It was given to me as a Christmas present, but it has a story behind it in that it's been in my family, I think, since 1834, which is when it was published. The book itself is fascinating, but I also find the flyleaf.
Drosera spatulata, very small plant growing in moist conditions. They attract insects, basically. The sparkly finish you're getting are drops of a sticky secretion which will attract and then catch small insects.
You're encouraging others to make sound that you are imagining in your head.
My name's Lexi, I'm 22 years old and I've been playing with the orchestra for 7 years and I play violin. I've always been influenced by film soundtracks and composition.